This special episode is dedicated to all the new mothers and to all the to-be mothers. Motherhood is the time to reap the joy of creation and an opportunity to nurture our young ones to grow up into wonderful and responsible human beings who are a gift to this world. What is the most precious gift that a mother can offer her newborn? Stay tuned. Namaskarams, I am Sujata, an educator in biology and environmental science, a health and wellness consultant, and your host on Munch and Mull. Do click on the subscribe button and press the bell icon. The most precious gift that a mother can offer her newborn baby is her milk. August 1st to 7th is celebrated as World Breastfeeding Week to create awareness about the importance and advantages of breastfeeding, and I thought of taking this opportunity to share my personal experience of breastfeeding my son 25 years ago. I was appalled by how carelessly doctors refer new mothers to formula feeds. And it happened in my case too, when the child could not suck or was trying to figure out the process. At that point of time, I was very fortunate to have been supported by a very close friend of mine, Vinita Mansata, who was based in Mumbai and was a strong proponent of breastfeeding. Vinita Mansata is one of the founders of Earth Care Books that publishes books in the area of environment and organic agriculture. She also runs the Classic Bookstore, one of the oldest bookshops in Kolkata. It gives me immense pleasure to do a book review today, a book that is very precious to my heart and had been a great support in the journey of my breastfeeding. Here it is. The Womanly Art of Breastfeeding, published by the Leche League International. Breastfeeding has been a very natural process globally, but in the 1950s, especially in the US, formula companies started advertising artificial formula feeds and said that it could replace breast milk. They claimed that they had something better than what Mother Nature could offer, and that was a fallacy. This led to a major decline in the practice of breastfeeding, especially in the US, and that resulted in the birth of Leche League. Leche League International is one of the world's foremost authority on breastfeeding. It created a revolution in nursing in the United States and much of the world. Started in 1956 by 7 women who were dedicated to providing information and encouragement to breastfeeding mothers, it has now grown into a worldwide organization with over 4,000 Leche League groups in 44 countries. What does this book offer you? This is the book that will show you how to relax and enjoy breastfeeding and mothering your baby in a way that will enrich your entire family. What to do during your pregnancy to assure a good start in breastfeeding. How to establish and maintain an ample milk supply. How to recognize and overcome common breastfeeding problems. How to re-establish breastfeeding if you temporarily lose your milk. How you can breastfeed your baby even when you return to work. How to express and store breast milk. How and when to introduce solid foods. How breastfeeding can protect your baby's health. And last but not the least, how babies and breastfeeding can affect your sex life. It is a general assumption that breast milk is best from the nutritional point of view, but it is much more than that. Let me share with you some wonderful benefits of breastfeeding which you may not be even aware of. Even this is just scratching the surface. The first milk is called Colostrum. It is also called yellow gold. It is very thick and is composed of antibodies and proteins which confer immunity to the newborn child as it leaves the safety of your womb and enters a brand new world. Nature knows best. Breast milk is a complete food by itself, and in no way formula milk can replace nature's wonder. And therefore, bottle feeding is best avoided. What happens in bottle feeding is the nipple of the bottle is wider, which generates in a very free flow of milk to the child, which results in something called nipple confusion. The newborn finds it very easy to suck from the bottle nipple rather than the mother's breast, and here is where breastfeeding fails if bottle feeding is introduced. The most important benefit of breastfeeding is the mother-child bond that develops. It's such an immeasurable experience of joy to hold your child close and nurse. The extent of the bonding was such that even if my child used to cry from a different room, I used to know the reason for his crying. Either he would be hungry, or he would be wet, or due to physical discomfort. Do you know that breastfeeding is also the best pacifier? I would like to share my experience here. My child was about 9 months of age, and he was sleeping in a cradle made of a cloth. It's traditionally called a thuli in Tamil, and he happened to fall from it with a thud. It was almost 1.5 meters, and he started howling. I rushed into the room and just picked him up and put him to my breast, and that was all that was needed to pacify him. And that is not all. Here are some lesser known benefits of breastfeeding. From the baby's point of view, breastfeeding promotes proper development of the baby's jaw. A breastfed baby is never overweight. Research indicates that breastfed babies have stronger immune systems, are more emotionally stable, and have higher IQ also. For the mother, the sucking causes the uterus to contract and helps it get back to its normal shape. Breastfeeding is also known to reduce the risk of breast cancer. There are a lot of questions that a new mother could have. How long should I feed? Is the nutrients in my milk sufficient? Is the milk sufficient for my baby? And all these questions are answered in this book. This book was first published in 1958, 2 years after the Leche League was born, and now they have the most recent updated version. If you would like to pick up a copy of this book, I have given a link of it in the description box below. It also has the link to the Kindle version. Hope you enjoyed this special episode. If you are a new mother or you're going to be entering motherhood soon, I'm sure this video will be very useful to you. And if you know of anybody who is going to be entering motherhood, this is the best possible gift that you could gift them. If you have any queries on breastfeeding, you could leave your questions in the comment section below, or you could mail me at this ID. Vinita supported me in a big way in my journey, and I will be very happy to support you in your journey of breastfeeding. This book has been a support to many in our circle of friends and family, so do pick it up. Wishing all mothers a very happy breastfeeding experience. May it be a very enriching and fulfilling experience for you. Hey, have you subscribed to Munch and Mull? Do click on the subscribe button and press the bell icon to receive notifications of my newest videos uploaded every Saturday.